human beings disagree on a lot of things, but if there's one thing we can agree on, it's that Pac-Man looks fucking stupid with legs. It's like a fat yellow nightmare dipped in stupidity. So, you know, another 3D Pac-Man game, that's what we need. Something to bring us together in utter disgust.
I'm going in!
Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventure seems to have no idea what year it is. Seriously, it's a design that went out of style a decade ago. It's a character that should have learned his lesson about growing legs even further back than that. And it has a camera that doesn't seem to realize, dude, we fixed cameras in 3D platformers like a long time ago. This game's so bad and boring, I'm not even sure what year it is. I feel like an abduction victim who's lost time. I don't know where I am anymore, and I think there's something in my neck.
Pac, Betrayus is launching another ghost attack on the city!
Pac-Man, there you are! Pacopolis is under attack!
What else is new? What does Betrayus want this time?
We're not sure. He seems to have taken something from the storage building at the Science Center, but we don't know what it is.
Oh no! The Frigidigitator!
Frigidigitor, what's it?
So the game takes place on Pac-World, which should give you an idea of just how much thought went into this game. You can still eat ghosts, but for some reason you're friends with Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde. And Pac-Man has the voice of a 10-year-old boy. And coming from me, that says something. Pac-Man's like 40 and married. Why does he sound like he wants a skateboard for Christmas? So there's a villain named Betrayus. There's a story, but seriously, Betrayus? Pac-World? I'm seriously just amazed. Like, this is the kind of stuff you read on a forum, like some weird fan fiction or something. Only it's not. Somehow this is a real Pac-Man game. And when he gets the ice power up, he turns into... Are you ready for this? Ice Pac. Ugh. I'm gonna need an ice pack after this crap. Anyway, objectively speaking, this is a 3D platformer in the simplest, earliest sense you can imagine. There are enemies and things you can collect, and Pac-Man can power up. He can throw fireballs, and he can turn into a green lizard with a tongue. If Mario has a legal team, they're probably hitting the books as we speak. This is ridiculous. In fact, the only relatively modern-feeling thing about this game is that the levels are kind of divided into, like, separate little areas that Pac-Man flies to. So it's basically Mario Galaxy, only he flies through tubes instead of space. So there's that. At least it also copies something new. So how about the levels? Well, if you've played any video game literally ever, you can probably guess where this is heading. City, jungle ruins, snow world. I don't know. Whatever your favorite level cliche is, it's probably here. So I guess there's some comfort in that. This game is instantly familiar in every way. So I guess it's a perfect game for like really young players.
Time to blend in.
And you know, to be fair, it does play well. You know, the design is just completely uninspired, but the game's mechanics are at least okay. The controls are fine, the abilities work like you'd expect. The only frustration in terms of the gameplay comes from just that awful camera. You'll fall from ledges and take damage from enemies you didn't even see, and that sucks. But for the most part, there's no serious problems with the controls or the mechanics. They're perfectly functional and perfectly boring.
Yikes!
I mean, this is pretty clearly a kid's game, so I guess your view on this game depends on your expectations from kids' games. If you think kids can't discern an objectively good game from an objectively poor game, then you probably won't see a problem here. It works, it's unoffensive, but I mean, it's generic on a pretty stunning level. I mean, this is paint-by-numbers game design, kind of game you seriously can go through with a checklist, picking out all the borrowed ideas. And it's sad. You know, Pac-Man's an icon, but I mean, what do you do with Pac-Man? In this world of complex games, How do you evolve that simple Pac-Man formula? I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing. You don't do this.